Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to jump back in time a little bit. It is, my gosh, halfway through the month of August, and we're going to talk about July. I hope you guys are having a wonderful sales month. I know my sales have just exploded, thank goodness, but I have also been putting in a lot more work because my kids are back in school and I'm back to a routine, listing daily. So it all kind of plays a part. And I thought I would share with you guys today, not all of my sales for July because it was actually a pretty decent month for me, but I pulled out my sales that were over $30 and a couple notable ones from Kidizen and Mercari because the bulk of my sales happen on Poshmark. I know some people are still saying their Poshmarks are broken, but I utilize PosherVA and it sends out offers for me 24 hours a day. I've also been trying a new strategy, which I don't know why it works, but it is being very successful for me. So basically, every couple of days, I am sending out 40 and 50% off offers. I sort my closet by the oldest listing, and I'm doing this on the computer. So this is not PosherVA. I'm manually sending out offers. And I am selling a bunch of those items at my normal offer, meaning for whatever reason, I don't know what the algorithm is doing, but let's say I've got a pair of mini Melissas that are 20 bucks and I'm sending out $10 offers on everybody that liked it. I'm getting new people liking that item and they're getting my PosherVA of 15% off and purchasing it. And this has happened so many times, and even a few full price sales of these items that have gotten hardly any attention. So I don't know what the science is behind that, but I've been doing that at least twice a week for the last 2 weeks, and my sales on Poshmark are double what they were before I started doing that. So anyway, just something to give a try. So we're going to jump in. Also, if you are not new here, I usually have a spreadsheet printed out and I tell you exactly where I got it, exactly what I paid, my net profit, gross profit, all of that. We're not doing all that today because I know if you're like me, you're listening to this in the background. I just want to hear brands and how much. And that's kind of what keeps me going as a reseller. This is how I learn about new brands, and what sold videos are my favorite educational tool for myself as a reselling business owner. So hopefully you guys don't mind that I'm just really behind, and this was the fastest way for me to get this video out. So here we go. Mercari and Kidizen were decent to me, but most of my sales on those two platforms are going to fall between the $15 and $30 range. That's the bread and butter of the business. And so I'm not sharing all of those. These sold for $44. They are some Judy Blue Shark Bite high-rise jeans. I actually purchased these for myself off of swap.com. You guys know I have shared that website before. I have a 40% off coupon code down below if you've not shopped there before. If you use it, I get another 40% off code to go shopping. You get your own code. It's a great thing. And you don't have to sign up to be an affiliate or anything like that. Anyway, I actually purchased these for me. I don't know why. I don't do high rise, but I'm like, let me try them one more time. Absolutely not. So I did pay up for these. I think I paid like $22, but I still ended up making a profit even though I went ahead and sold them, and they sold very quickly. I had heard of Judy Blue, not something I've ever found out by myself shopping. Okay. These are so precious. These are strawberry red glittery Crocs. They are a little kid size 11. I did also pick these up online. It was either swap or unclaimed baggage, one of the two. And I think I had like $10 into them. I'm not going to guess how much I had into everything on every item. So they sold for $36 plus shipping very quickly. This Lily Pulitzer silk tank top, I did my own closet clean out, like of my own items. I wanted to get a couple new Lily pieces for myself, which basically meant I had to sell like 10 items to afford one dress. I did go to the Lily store. I did pay full price for a new maxi dress, $238. And then I had buyer's remorse instantly, but I love it. And my husband actually is the one that picked it out, and he never picks things out. He just happened to say, oh, that dress is really pretty. You should try it on. So here we are. But I have actually recouped all of that money by selling some of my own items out of my closet. I just miss you guys. It's like story time. There's nobody in my house, and I feel like telling you guys a story. I guess I miss my kids. It's a little quiet. Okay, let me try to simmer down with the outside stories. Anyway, this silk tank top sold very quickly. It was missing the size tag. and it still sold for $39. All right, these mini Bowden, what was this? A ski pants, snow pants. We don't use these kind of things here. These sold for $38 and gave me $9.42. That was another item I purchased online arbitrage. So I spent a lot of time this summer. Obviously, my kids were home. I didn't go thrifting as much, shopping online. All right, over on Kidizen, I did pick these up at a Once Upon a Child, which means I probably had an average cost of goods of $3 to $5. They were tiny, little size 5 infant native sandals. They sold for $30.50. One more Kidizen sale to chat about, just because this is a great brand. I believe they also make women's clothing. I don't know about men's, but Scotch and Soda. These were little girls' shorts, size 4. Well, I guess they could have been boys as well, but I bought them for my daughter. She ended up just keeping the sweatshirt, and I sold off the shorts for, I can do math, $43.15. So that was a wonderful sale for literally a pair of terry cotton shorts. So, all right, we're going to jump over to Poshmark for all of the rest of these sales. And I don't think they're in any particular order. I just sorted by the month of July, anything over $30. All right, these North Face amphibious shorts. These were tiny. They were size 2. I only picked them up because they were a long. Those sold for $32. This torrid dress, if you follow along, if not, hi, welcome. My name is Amanda. I'm a little crazy hot mess over here. But this was from my most recent ThredUp scrap fabric box, which you just never know what you're going to get in those. That box is $32. This dress alone sold for $46, therefore recouping the entire box purchase, and gave me like $2 profit. And I haven't listed anything else out of that box yet. There was that really cool anthropology robe. It's in my pile to get listed. Anyway, this was a gorgeous dress, and I was a little sad because Torrid, you can usually find stock photos. I could find nothing on this dress. So I went with my pictures. They weren't the best, but it still sold. All right, this is a good brand to just keep an eye out for. It's one that you'll hopefully will stick in the back of your mind because it's a weird name. It's called New. I don't know if this is how you actually say it. New is what I say it in my head. New. It's N-U. Anyway, this is a really expensive kids clothing brand. I assume just kids. And this was a size 10-11 bathing suit. And this sold for $30. I had it priced a little bit higher, but I got an offer and I took it. A great brand that doesn't sell for as much as it used to, but it still sells pretty well. These were a pair of freshly picked brown leather mini moccasins. They were tiny. Again, these were like an infant size. And these are the old style even. They call these mini mocks, mini sole mocks, like the bottom, instead of just being all leather, they have rubber as well. But the new ones, I think the rubber is all attached. So anyway, these are definitely an older style. I picked these up in a grab bag at my local Goodwill. So I got a couple different pairs and made a nice profit. They sold for $30. This is a Disney cast member exclusive zip up rain jacket. I picked this up at the bins a long time ago. It took a while to sell. It's a men's size 2X. And this is one of those sales where I was like, please let them just get this and give me 5 stars and move on, because they asked about 75 questions. Definitely not that many, but it felt like that. And it was questions like, are there any tears? Like, I just felt like, oh my gosh, if there's one loose thread on this jacket, they're going to open a case. They didn't. They left me 5 stars. But it was just one of those sales where I'm like, I'd rather just not even sell it to you. And then they bought it. So it sold for $45. This was a fantastic sale. It was a Lily Pulitzer Gabriella set. It was 2 pieces, super cute, but it was in one of those sizes where it's definitely a gamble. It was a girl size 14, which also fits like an extra small in women. And I think that's who it's sold to, because the woman was asking me all these questions. I have all the measurements, but I think extra small. Anyway, I had $3 into this from a local thrift store. So it sold for $52, which was great. It had tons of attention on all the platforms. So definitely, I'm always going to pick up Lily because I love it. But if you see it, I'm going to say scoop it up. These J slides, I have had amazing luck selling J slides, and I've had a couple pairs that sat forever, similar styles. So I don't know. but these came to me in a thread up shoebox. So I don't think that I would personally pick up J slides unless they were like $2 or $3, just because I've had kind of hit or miss experience. But when they do sell, these sold for $40, but they did have calf fur on them, and they were a size 10, and they were in great shape. So they had all the right things going for them. And I just can't remember if I'm telling you how much things sold for. I'm talking too fast today. $40. I'm going to start with just telling you what the item is and then the price. Get it together, Amanda. I haven't done a what sold video in a long time. All right, this is a kid's North Face thermoball jacket, size 10-12. Definitely had some wear on it, but this came in one of those thread up kids rescue boxes that I did an unboxing on forever ago. It was a video where I showed a great box and a terrible box. This was one of the only 3 pieces out of a terrible box that I chose to list. And thankfully it sold for $42. So it recouped a lot of money from that box. I still made profit because I took everything else in that box to Once Upon a Child, got some great inventory to turn around and list. So all was good. It was just not a good box overall. This Brighton Sail into Summer tote bag was new with the tags. It sold for $30 and it came out of a thread up fun box, but like 2 years ago. So took a while, but $3 into 30, not too shabby. These native Howard green boat shoes. I've never seen this style of natives before. I actually picked these up on swap.com for my husband, and they were too big. So natives don't come in half sizes, and both of us kind of fall in that half size range. So ended up selling them for $55. Riker, another brand that like some people sell it really easily. These took forever. And this was the case, you guys. I had them listed at $39. I sent out 50% off offers and they sold for full price the same day. So I don't know, but I will take it. $39 and good to go. Move them out. All right, these Air Jordans. So they're actually the Air Jordan 4 Retro SETD What the 4 unisex sneakers. So the cool thing about Nikes and Jordans is there's a style code in there and you can just copy and paste because some of them have some crazy names. These came in a Cozy Threads shoebox, and now Cozy Threads is called Helpsy. Off topic. I don't know. These sold for $36, which was great because if you remember that, I think this was the box where I had like half the shoes were missing and they sent me replacement shoes, and the half of the box that I had was horrible, but the replacement shoes were all like amazing. So here we go, $36. I sold a pair of Paige Hoxton ankle jeans. These, I have no idea where they came from, so I'm not going to guess. They were a size 26 and sold for $40. I had a bundle that sold for $50. It was a Disney Parks Lilo and Stitch girls shirt that I bought for my own daughter from Goodwill years ago. A Gymboree dress with the matching shirt came out of a thread up kids box, which means I had about 70 cents into it. And a Bluey outfit. I love Bluey. I'm still telling y'all extra stories on the side, aren't I? My middle schooler loves Bluey. He would die if he knew I told people that. But all 3 of my kids, they are 7, 9, and 11. They come home from school and ask, can we turn on Bluey? And I am so here for it. I love that dang little dog. Anyway, I found these little matching sets on either Swap or Unclaimed Baggage. A couple of them, I think they've all sold by now. This one was a size 2T. And so the whole bundle sold for $50. I probably had $10 total into it. So not a bad deal. This Vineyard Vines dress was brand new with the tags. I did pick this up at a local Clothes Mentor, which is like Style Encore, Plato's, that sort of deal. But this particular store, they give you 25% more when you trade in if you trade in, like if you get their inventory. What am I trying to say? If you get a trade in instead of a cash out. So I always take the store credit basically and find things to sell. This was one of them, sold for $46. This was a great pickup. I did a thrift haul video recently and I have sold a bunch of that stuff. So it makes you feel good when you like a lot of resellers, you guys pick out your own inventory for everything. I do a lot of mystery boxes just because I love that. It's fun for me. So when I do go out thrifting, not the bins, I mean like paying up normal thrift store prices and it sells, it just makes you feel good. Like maybe I know a thing or two about fashion, even though I live in Curious George t-shirts and a mess, you know? So this Madewell denim romper, I just knew it would sell, even though it was a size extra small, and it sold in like a day for $50. Bogs, always a great pickup, no matter the time of the year. These I did pick up at a local Goodwill, and they sold for $33, and they were a little kid size 13. Another pair of the shoes from the replacement cozy box. See, I'm still so skeptical. Did they handpick those shoes for me? The world will never know. These were some Air Foam Posit Magmas, size 3 big kid. They sold for $46. These teaks finally sold. I found teaks at the Goodwill bins. So I had about 80 cents into these. They were not in the best condition. They sold for $67, and they more than paid for that entire Goodwill bins trip. Love when that happens. This Dooney and Burke Florentine satchel. This was a labor of love. It looks gorgeous. And I just wanted to show you guys, I do brighten only my cover photo is the only photo that I edit when it comes to reselling. I just use the app Pick Tap Go, and I touch the lights on button one time, and that's it. Like I do it from my camera roll. I don't even open the app, which I wish I knew about that trick a year sooner. Anyway, when it comes to expensive items and certain items where color really matters, I always include the non-edited photo. You see how dark that one was and how much it brightened it. All the rest of the photos do show like the true color, but I just wanted it very clear that it was more of a deep color. So anyway, this one, it was dirty inside, y'all. This was one of the times where I'm like, why? This was from a ThredUp name brand handbag box, and I was hating life that day. I cleaned purses all day, but I have made some pretty good sales from it. $106 for this purse, and they left me a great review. This was a cool sale. I sold 7 pairs of mini Melissas. One of them was Crocs, but very similar style. So these are the type of items that when I trade in like the junk to Once Upon a Child, I pick up to take home to then flip. So I sold all of these shoes for $120, and I think I had about $15 total into all of them. So that was a wonderful flip, and I love getting that many pieces out of my inventory to the same person. I stayed under the 5 pounds because they were all like infant size 6. I don't have too many bundle sales, so that was extra exciting. This Title IX Futurama dress came in that same haul where I got that romper, and it sold quickly for $44. That's a brand I never would have heard of if I hadn't watched another reseller's What Sold videos. So Title IX, it's an athletic, this was a tennis dress. I sold another bag from that ThredUp name brand handbag mystery box. This was a Michael Kors Hamilton bag. It definitely showed wear, and it sold for $38. These Allegria Deborah clogs came in a ThredUp shoebox. They sold for $30. These Good American Good Waist crop raw edge jeans. I also picked these up on a day I went thrifting myself, and was glad to find a stock photo because they just didn't look so cute hanging there, but they sold for $40. Jack Rogers is hit or miss. I love it for myself and my own girls. Of course, you got to have Jack Rogers to wear with your Lily, but it sometimes sits, but when it does sell, it sells for good money. So these I had 2 pairs that sold, and 1 pair I picked up and 1 pair came in a ThredUp box. Don't know which was which. These sold for $43. This is an expensive brand, Terran Rose. These are some beautiful ballerina style shoes, and they took forever to sell. So would I pick this brand up again? Probably if it was really cheap, but I do want to say I had them listed for a year and a half at least, and they sold for $50. I did pick these up at a local Salvation Army. These UFOs were another thing that I picked up when I traded in at Clothes Mentor. With that Vineyard Vines dress, they sold for $49, and this item got lost in the mail, and it eventually got found. So thank goodness. These native Audrey flats were brand new in the box. I sourced a whole bunch of natives from swap.com. Remember, I had a 40% off coupon from one of you guys using my link. And so natives just always sell. They're always a good pickup. They're lightweight, which means on any platform I sell them on, they're going to ship for not a lot. Anywhere besides Poshmark, just a random note, I do say item will ship without box. If you want the box, please let me know before shipping so I can increase the shipping charge. But I do keep the box because if it sells on Posh, obviously I'll use it there, but just a random tip. These sold for $33. Cows is another great comfort shoe brand. I picked these up locally. They sold for $33. This Hannah Anderson Short John pajama bundle, 3 pairs of little girl size 3T pajamas. One of them was in great shape. One showed some wear. I picked these all up at Once Upon a Child. I had less than $10 into them. That was a day I traded in, and I sold the bundle for $45. Another pair of natives. These are men's size 10, brand new in the box. Again, these came from Swap, and they sold for $30. I think my average cost of goods for all of those natives that I got was about $8. These Pedro Garcia shoes, these came from I did a YouTube collaboration video with some of my reselling friends for Christmas. And this was in my box. And these are Pedro Garcias. I think I already said that. And they sold for $83. It did take a while. I've had them listed since shortly after this past Christmas, but I feel like this is why I don't like to sell a lot of designer higher end. I would rather sell $20, $30 items all day because I get so nervous when things cost $100 and because I don't know, it just makes me nervous. These had a great review and I took my $83 very happily. Bowden, this was another item. I actually traded in this one from Plato's Closet, another trip a long time ago. I actually was going to save this for myself and then I just couldn't. It had this weird neck thing. I don't like things that tight around my neck. I didn't know that because when I held up the bathing suit, I thought it went just regular. I don't know. Thank goodness I found a stock photo because it was all kind of weird. Sold super fast, like same day. So if you ever find Bowden bathing suits, of course, look it up. But this one sold for $44 quickly. All right, and my last sale to share with you, something else out of my closet. This was my personal Lily Pulitzer bikini or tankini top. I've had it for a long time, and it sold for $30. So all in all, considering we took vacation, my kids were home, I didn't do a lot of listing. Oh, I think I sold 125 items in the month of July. I can't tell you how many I listed, but I know it was nowhere near that. And already in the month of August, I have surpassed my July numbers. So sales are booming, but if yours are not, my tips to you would be listing. Even though I'm listing new things daily, those items are selling, but I'm selling some of my oldest stuff. If you don't have PosherVA and list perfectly, I do have codes below. Those are my game changers. And try if you can afford to send out 40, even 30, 40, 50% offers on Poshmark to your oldest listings and see if that brings you any more sales. Pick and choose what you can afford to do that with. But I definitely think it has been helping. And it's just nice to clear out some of the old stuff. Some of the things I'm making $5 to $10 back on, but I look at it, that's $5 to $10 to go buy something that I can sell faster and for more money. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.